Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the Droopy Town Network for another unboxing video. Today we're going to be checking out the Canon EF-M 22mm STM Pancake Lens. And I guess I did say this is an unboxing video, but it's more like a hands-on video because there's no box. This lens was purchased from an unauthorized seller on eBay, and it didn't come in standard packaging, so pretty much we just have the lens right here. And build quality-wise, it feels pretty darn good. It's a very thin lens. After all, it is a pancake lens, and most of the thickness you see right now really is just the end caps. The lens itself is really only this thick right here, and that's obviously very small. And build quality, the lens is mostly made of metal, which is pretty awesome, and the mount is metal as well. So we do know that a lot of EFS lenses, the cheap ones for the Canon DSLR line, have plastic mounts. So this right here has a metal mount, which is pretty good. And the front does have some plastic though, because the lens element in the front here is so small, and the surrounding areas, the ridges, are all plastic. The filter thread on this is 43mm, which is very small and an atypical size. So if you use a filter with this lens, you'll possibly need step-up rings or something, because 43mm filters aren't that common. The zoom ring, or not the zoom ring, sorry, there's no zoom on this lens, it's a fixed focal length, but the focus ring on this lens is very smooth, but it isn't coupled with any focusing elements. So this is an STM motor that's in this lens, and as with all other STM lenses thus far, the focusing ring is decoupled from any optical elements. So basically the way the focusing works on this lens is you mount it to an EOS M, it needs to be powered on, and then when you turn this ring, it sends an electrical signal to the camera, which tells the lens to focus. So it operates a little bit differently. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and mount it onto an EOS M camera right now and show you guys what it looks like. Right here I have my EOS M body with an 18 to 55mm kit lens, and as you can see, it's quite a bit larger. It's very much thicker, and when I mount this 22mm on, it should definitely be smaller and lighter. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay. Now, when I twist this to mount it on the camera, notice that there's something funny going on with the front lens element. And this camera, by the way, is completely turned off. There is a battery inside though. So check it out. When I mount this lens on, there's a little bit of movement in that front element. It's almost like there's an electrical connection established between the lens and the camera, and so the front element sort of moves a little bit. Now this camera, again, is in the off position right now. It's not on, and there is a battery inside. So just keep in mind that if you are mounting this lens onto the EOS M body, don't have your fingers putting pressure on the front element, or you could damage the lens. So let's power it on just to show you guys what the focusing is like. And again, as you can see, it's definitely a lot smaller of a package when I have this lens on as opposed to the 18 to 55mm lens. A lot lighter, a lot smaller. So okay, so I have it in manual exposure mode right now. Just going to do a little bit of focusing here with the half shutter press. And so yeah, it's not internal focusing. The front element sort of moves back and forth, and I don't know if this is responsible for this phenomenon, but it is a little louder than the 18 to 55mm lens when it focuses, so you can definitely hear it a little bit. It's still very quiet because it is STM, but you can still hear a little bit of a noise, and it does show up on videos. So I don't know why exactly that's the case compared to the other lens, but it is what it is. Otherwise, it's pretty good. I'm not going to do any optical tests here because there are lots of other resources, websites that do a much better job of it than I ever could. But the gist of it is that this lens has very good sharpness, but it doesn't have the best attributes when it comes to distortions. It has quite a bit of chromatic aberration and vignetting. The chromatic aberration is because of the lack of optical elements in this lens, because it is a pancake lens, so color fringing isn't really kept under control. And vignetting is because of the very small front element here, so you do see a lot of shadows in the corners. But that said, those things are very easy to fix in post-processing. The camera itself does it when it processes the JPEGs. So basically, the one thing that post-processing can't fix easily is lost detail due to a lack of resolution. And this lens does have excellent sharpness. So it's a great lens in use. If you post-process your images, it's perfect. Even the camera can do it. And it's a must-buy for EOS M owners. It's a very affordable lens right now out there. I got it for a little over $100, and basically this is the lens that owners of other mirrorless systems are jealous about. You know, NEX owners, Micro Four Thirds owners, those guys are jealous that they don't have a lens of this quality at this affordability. So if you own the EOS M camera and you don't have this lens, you're missing out. You got to get it right now. This is definitely a must-buy. I would say this is even more important than the 18 to 55 millimeter kit zoom. So once again, guys, thanks for watching the Droopy Town Network. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing, or I guess I should say hands-on video. If you did, please click that like button and subscribe for future unboxing videos. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later.